His name will be called, I'm going to guess, relatively soon. Coming up Thursday night, Josh Rosen, former UCLA quarterback, who joins us now, courtesy of Old Spice. Josh, good morning. Thanks for joining us. Where are you today?
Absolutely. Thanks for having me on. I am in Dallas at the moment. Just flew in last night.
Okay. So what's the game plan?
The game plan is hanging out with the Old Spice guys today, promoting their premium scents with all the fancy prices. Going to hang out with them for a little while. Family's coming in tomorrow, and take it from there.
How different or strange is it to get paid for something now? Whereas a couple of months ago, you couldn't get paid for, doing a commercial read for Old Spice.
It's really crazy. The first time I ever got a professional check was a pretty cool moment. It was actually for like actually in Dallas, ironically enough, the All-Star Challenge that we were doing, and it was kind of cool. I actually ended up saving the check, but it was a really cool experience to finally, basically, the sport that I've been busting my butt for since third grade is actually sort of coming to fruition and actually giving me something legitimately financial in return.
Okay, wait. So did you frame the check, or are you going to cash the check? What are you going to do with it?
So I'm trying to get a copy of it. I'm working on it, and I had to deposit it at the bank. I'm working on getting a copy back.
All right. How's this process been?
It's been awesome. I learned a lot. It's tiring. It's definitely a lot more than I don't really think you don't really understand what it is until you're a part of it. I mean, with all the flying around, visits, combine, pro day. I mean, from an outside perspective looking in, you kind of you see the combine, you're like, all right, they went out there for like a day or two, did that. Pro day, okay, went back to school, hung out, and then it kind of seems like it's done from there. But there's a lot more that goes into it. But it's really cool because I get to meet some unbelievable people from all around the country. I mean, you meet a ton of different other players from all different kinds of schools, some coaches that have been part of some football games that I remember growing up watching as a kid, and some team executives that, I've been hearing their names since I've started playing football. So it's a really cool experience. It's tough. It's long. It's tiring a little bit, but it's all worth it.
Do you care about being liked? As strange as that's going to sound, and I'm just talking about how you're assessed, because you have strangers who are assessing who you are, the last month or 2 months, media people.
A little bit. I mean, you can't really stress about it too much, but I think the biggest thing, at least on the football field, is I want to be respected. I want to come off the field, and I want to shake their middle linebacker's hand. I want to shake one of their top DBs, and he goes, "You played a hell of a game," both ways. And I want to be respected. I want to get out in the field in the NFL, and I want to play, and I want to earn the respect of my opponents and my teammates.
Yeah, I was talking to my guys prior to the show, and I said, I don't know why it feels like people have gone out of their way to be critical of you, or more critical. You and Baker Mayfield, it feels like, that instead of looking at the positives, that looking at the negatives there. How tough is it to read these mock drafts, or, however they size you up on where you're going and what you don't do?
Well, I think a little bit of that, too, is because Baker and I have been kind of out in the spotlight for a little bit longer than some of the other guys.
Yeah.
I've been playing for about 3 years, and Baker's been really in the spotlight for about 2 years. He's been he's been playing for a couple since with his whole story behind being a walk-on. So we've kind of just been out there longer and had longer exposure. I mean, some of the other guys, I think Sam played for about a year and a half. Josh played for a year really in the spotlight. Lamar also, he's been in the spotlight for about 2 years. I think basically maybe it's a little bit of on just exposure. I think we're just kind of out there a little bit more, but we also, I think, have a little bit of different personalities. I think we kind of have a little bit of moxie to us that helps us on the field. And sometimes off the field, some guys will take it in the wrong direction or what, but that's not up to us to determine how other people view us.
I love the word moxie. So that's old school. People can't have a problem with moxie. They can when you're cocky or something like that. But you say, I know, I got some moxie there. So
I think I picked up on some of Coach Moore's old school terminology.
How many teams have told you they're going to take you?
It's a lot more indirect than that. Some of it's, if you're there, we'll take you. Or some of them, like it's.
Let me play you, and then you tell me.
They speak in code.
Okay, all right. Now I'm going to be you. You speak in code.
Plausible deniability. That's the ultimate word with this team.
Okay.
They say anything they want without actually getting in trouble.
Okay. Well, how do they hint to you that they're going to take you if you're there?
A lot of it's on the visits. Sometimes it's straightforward. Sometimes it's not. They're saying like a team may have a starter and they're a little bit deeper in the draft and they're like, hey, we really, really like you. Maybe if you fall out of a certain couple picks, we might try to trade up and get you or something like that. Or some teams at the top, they have a whole different sort of gamut of decisions. But I mean, it's all fluid. I mean, I just hope I get picked on the first day.
You will.
There have been some, but yeah, exactly. But like, I think that you kind of have to take every day for what it is, and regardless of whatever team tells you what they're going to do, it doesn't matter because whether they told you or not, you're going to get picked by a team. And if one team told you a couple days earlier that they were going to pick you, it's kind of irrelevant information.
Josh Rosen joining us on behalf of Old Spice. Red collection of premium scents. He's getting a paycheck for this. The new captain designed to help guys everywhere step up their scent game without breaking the bank. Learn more about the Red collection at oldspice.com. Favorite quarterback growing up was who?
Favorite quarterback growing up? Peyton Manning. And as of recently, as Peyton retired, Aaron Rodgers is now my guy.
You worked out with Aaron, didn't you, a couple times?
Yes, I did.
What was that like?
It was unbelievable. It was really, really, really cool. I mean, I'm a huge Aaron Rodgers fan. I think he's just a different kind of guy. He's a different kind of player, and watching him is just, it's really cool. It was really cool to throw with him, kind of pick his brain a little bit. But yeah, it was a really awesome experience.
You guys have similar personalities. Like I find him really sharp, inquisitive. I think people aren't sure if he's, being serious or cocky or what. Like there's more to Aaron, but I've gotten to know him, and I can see or hear some of the traits with him in you.
Well, I mean, I think you kind of do have to have a little bit of an attitude. I mean, you kind of saw him, an old UCLA guy, Anthony Barr, actually, that knocked him out of that game. I mean, you kind of saw a little bit of Aaron's attitude, barking back at him. And I think you have to have that. It's a very violent sport. And you've got a lot of different personalities on a team, and you need an alpha dog in the locker room. And if you don't, you're going to get chewed apart. If you're a passive guy, I'm not saying you need to be a motivational speech guy, but people have to respect you when you put the foot down. On the field, you have to be confident in your abilities and absolutely supremely confident that when you throw a ball, it's your team and receiver that is going to catch it.
All right, I want you to clear up a couple things, and it can be brief with your answers here. Did you say that you didn't want to go to Cleveland at any point?
No, I did not.
Okay. How important is the Jewish community for you in where you're going to be drafted?
It will be important wherever I am drafted, but it's not putting any value over one place or another. I mean, it's my culture, it's my heritage. I was born and raised Jewish, and I'm proud to be Jewish. But football is a different beast. Those don't really play into one another.
Give me the story behind the hot tub that we don't understand, because I think it sounded like you were having fun and it was meant to be fun or funny, and it didn't turn out that way.
Yeah, so I mean, we were just basically, it was I enrolled early as a freshman. I was in a single, and then I got an apartment with a little bit of a living room, and we were just trying to think of funny things to do with it or what to put in there, and we just thought of putting a little inflatable hot tub in there. And I actually messed up because my preset address on Amazon was to my mom's house. So she actually called me and goes, "Did you just buy a hot tub?" And I was like, Yeah, you know what? I actually did.
Oh, that's great.
And so she actually ended up driving it up. And I thought that was permission right there. So put it in the room, had it for a little bit. And, yeah, I mean, and then basically it was in there for a couple weeks. And then after I think I played really well at the Cal game and got a couple followers pretty quickly. And I think someone noticed it. But, I mean, it's probably good that it got found because it was pretty humid. It probably would have fried all the electronics anyway.
Where is that hot tub now?
That hot tub. I couldn't tell you. I could not tell you.
Maybe it's at Mora's house.
I had to very swiftly remove it.
Yeah, I'm going to guess. Your full name.
My full name,
yeah.
Joshua Ballinger Lippincott Rosen.
All right, quick explanation of that.
So J.B. Lippincott, Joshua Ballinger Lippincott, is my great-great-grandfather, and he started the J.B. Lippincott Publishing Company in Philadelphia. It's an old publishing company that has been around for a long time. I think they did like a lot of medical books or whatever. But basically my dad added his last name, and now it's Joshua Ballinger Lippincott Rosen.
I like that. Good luck with the Jets, Josh. You're going to like it here in New York. And there's a Jewish community here, and we could get you a hot tub. I mean, they got it all for you here. If that's, and I don't know how you look in green, but you're going to love the Jets.
I appreciate it. I'll be happy to play anywhere that takes me, as long as they pick me on Thursday.
Hey, have fun with it, and you know what? It'll be over quickly, and then you'll be able to move on. But that's you've survived. You know, you got 48 more hours to survive. I think you can pull it off.
I got you. Thank you so much.
All right, that's Josh Rosen joining us on behalf of Red Collection at OldSpice.com.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.